finally time. First start. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous and my heart is beating right now. Alright, so the color I decided to go for the thing. I decided to be a little different. I'll paint it black. I'm gonna do this lime, real like almost neon green. It looks on neon on camera, but it's a little bit darker. But yeah, so this is what I'm gonna go with. Got the 2 coats of primer. Let it dry with the roller. Do the same thing, and then paint it. Oh, now we got the clutch in position. I'm gonna go ahead and start tugging these down to 18 foot-pounds, but that seems like a little bit, so I'm gonna do 20 because just to be safer than sorry, you know. But yeah, we're gonna do 20 star pattern, so yeah, let's do it. And 1 2 3 go 4 3 5 and last one 6. All right, so now that we got everything torqued down to spec, you should take this out, but since I'm not gonna put the transmission back on right now, I'm gonna just leave it in there so it can, you know, make sure it's aligned when I do put it in. All right, so quick trip to AutoZone. Got some Valvoline transmission fluid, so while we're out here, might as well do it now and go ahead and switch out the transmission fluid. Recommended. I honestly recommend this, because who knows in 120,000 miles this thing will look like. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So let's go ahead and start by draining it. It says about 1.2 quarts of this stuff, or until it starts leaking out the side. So we're gonna do that. So let's do that right now. Time lapse again. Alright, so you can see it's leaking out the side now. Don't want to get much of them out there. But yeah, now that it's leaking, put this thing back on. Put it back on, torque them down to like 25 foot-pounds, and we'll be done. So the torque spec for this was actually 45 foot-pounds, so just go ahead and torque it down. I already did, so I'm just gonna hear y'all snap. Let's do it. There you go. This is the one at the bottom. Alright, there you go. Both of them torque down to spec. The bottom one was kind of hard. Yeah, both of them torque down to spec. Easy process, real simple. So yeah, it would help if you had a friend over though. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to painting my cross member, and then that'll be it for today. Let's go ahead and do it.
It's moved. It's moved.
To show my struggles later and not right now. It just started, so I just pushed the transmission under there, so it's just kind of sitting there. Now I'm gonna get one of these jacks and lift it up. Okay, I apologize for the, weird updates, but we got a big one now. So with the help of my dad, we are really close. Just about almost connected. I think some wires around there were in the way, and it was like not letting me push it in any further. But I'm pretty sure after that, I can push it in. I'm gonna just wait for him to come back because I don't want to mess it up on accident and just completely restart all my progress. So yeah, so we're just gonna wait a bit and take a break. But yeah, so close to putting transmission back on. So far, is doing a clutch swap at your house hard? Yes, it very much can be, but we'll see the explanation for the end of the video. But yeah, so let's go ahead and cut to when I'm back doing this. We're almost done. Final stretch. Let's do it. Alright, so now that we're under the car, you can see the contraption we made to get this up there with this mini jack and a piece of wood. But yeah, so now we gotta torque the things down to spec, and they have the torque wrench right here, E14. So let's go ahead and start torquing these bolts down to spec. Alright, so after being down there and torquing down everything, I noticed that first that you have to put the shifter linkage back on to make it less harder for me. So we're going to do that. I'm gonna actually blast this with some brake cleaner because this is real dirty. So I'm gonna do that, and in the meantime go get the bolts for it, and after that should be everything. So let's go ahead and get those clips and let's go ahead and install that shifter linkage. Alright, the shifter linkage is now in. That was a lot easier than I thought. These clips right here, those clips right there were gonna be a real pain, but they actually weren't that bad. Very simple. They're harder to take off than put on. But yeah, so shifter linkage is back on. I can actually shift now, I think. So I should test if I can go through the gears or not first. Or actually first I want to install that back on before I even try doing that. So alright, let's go ahead and put the slave cylinder back on, and then I will put the drive shaft back on, I think. So yeah, slave cylinder, drive shaft, boom. Alright, let's go ahead and put this slave cylinder back on. And boom. Okay, slave cylinder's back on now. Nice and snug there. Go ahead and tighten that a little bit more in a bit. But yeah, that's on now. So I'm pretty sure now I have to put in the drive shaft first and then the cross member, because I remember last time I had to take the cross member off to get to the drive shaft bolt. So yeah, we're gonna do drive shaft first, connect it back to the diff over here, and then after that we'll go ahead and put the cross member back on. And yeah, that should be it. So let's go ahead and get to the drive shaft. Not looking forward to this, but let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so now that we got everything done down there, let's go ahead and see if I can shift. I'm actually excited for this. It feels like it's in neutral. That's weird. Oh, there you go. Okay. Because of the leverage. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I can go in first. Push my clutch in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's in 5th. Yeah, that went. It might be because of this down here, because I pushed it out. We'll put that back in. Actually, right now. Let me go ahead and see. Alright, so after pushing this plastic back in, much easier to go through gears, and I do have it. So, great. Now, that's done. Let's go ahead and also, I need to bleed my clutch, but yeah. So now, we're gonna go ahead and get the drive shaft, which is right there, and put it on. Probably gonna need a couple of jacks, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so after you saw me struggle with the drive shaft bits, got it done. Drive shaft's on.
Reverse.
Got my friend here helping me put the diff on.
So,
Put the diff bolts back on. So, okay, now I get to install my neon green cross member. So excited. It actually looks a lot better when it's dry compared to the last time that you saw it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get done putting the diff on, and then we can move to the drive shaft. I mean to the cross member. Yeah, alright. We're so close to being finished. Really nervous. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this done so I can drive again. Let's go. Alright, it also came to my attention that I should bleed my clutch, so I made this little thing with the little hose on it.
It's moved.
My little helper will wait. No, yeah, my little helper will help me bleed my clutch. So yeah, I'm gonna go down there. It should be like a 8mm screw. So yeah, let's go ahead and get down there and do this for the first time ever. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, but alright, let's go down there. You're holding? Alright, cracking it loose. Here goes. Wait, it might not be loosening here. Knots. Oh, there you go. More came out. It's filthy. It's actually like nasty looking. After y'all saw that best clutch bleeding ever, we're gonna keep doing this for a bit more. Put a time lapse of this because it's actually pretty satisfying for me. Probably decent to watch. But yeah, let's go ahead and put a time lapse on and y'all see how this process goes. Okay, not sure how long it's been since I bled it. Maybe about I'd say like maybe a week, I think. Yeah, so I bled it, as you can see. Boom, I bled it. So, but now off camera, because everything that was left to do was really boring, put everything back together. So that's done, the bottom's done. So now the moment of truth, which I'm real skeptical about, but I think for the most part it'll work. We gotta test it out. So go ahead and put it on the floor. Pray it works. So if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. But yeah, before that, look at this. My cat was trying to eat him, and I saved him. Now I'm gonna keep him. His name's what's his name? T-Lizard. So yeah, no, that's cool. All right, so now I'm just gonna drop the car and test it out already, because it's been a long time coming. Maybe about a month in work. Trust me, it'll not take this long for y'all, but it took this long for me because school and laziness. I don't want to do either. But yeah, so let's go ahead and drop the car and get it started. Let's go do that. Finally time. First start. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous and my heart is beating right now. Alright, let's just get this done. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna leave y'all out here. Hopefully it starts and drives. Please. Alright. Let me just put y'all down. Ugh. scared. That was scaring me for a second. There's definitely some clinky noises. Not from the transmission. I hear it back here. It's probably my exhaust. It's definitely my exhaust, actually. Started. Okay, I'm gonna see if it can shift through gears. I'm not 100% sure it can. And this is probably really dangerous to try, but I'll do it anyways because I need a nut first. The clutch feels weird, I cannot lie to you, but let's see. Okay, it's not wanting to go in gears. Yeah, it's not wanting to go in gears. Yep, nope, no gears. It's going up in RPMs and everything. Oh, it's trying to stall a bit. Yo, my neighborhood's crazy. It's like, alright. So,
I like how we're always out doing this and he's always passing by.
anytime. Alright. So, new video, maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know, one around there. But okay. Today, it rained, and the BMW's up finally. You won't see the video for a while, but BMW's up. So that means we're gonna go mob the streets, or attempt to, because I'm not really sure how to drift. But I will learn today. I got real confident earlier. Pop a clip up. Saw that Manji? She was crazy. Alright, so yeah, let's go mob these streets in the BMW. Alright, so back at operating temp. I don't really know how to drift all that well, but we do know some back roads where we can learn legally. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get over there. Alright, so we made it to the spot. Look around. Yeah, just wide open roads with a couple of turns here and there that I'll try drifting around. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to it already because I'm excited.